tune in.
We got a big show for you today. We got a lot to cover. We're going to jump right into the fantasy hot list.
It's on! Here we go! Here we go! It's time to tune in. 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 Time to tune in.
Welcome to week 17 of Sidelines. It's your boy Gerard Grimes out here in the middle of it. Saints, Falcons, #1 seed on the line. Jimmy, Ava, Kirsten, we don't know where they are. So they left me out here by myself in my full garb. But I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna talk to these people out here and find out what makes a good matchup. Cause right now, we in it. All right, so we down here in the dirty doing our thing tonight.
Right.
And what we doing, stop one of my guys on the street to see what his thoughts are about some of the game. What's your name, guy?
Oh, my name is Miko. They call me Spoon.
What's
going on, fella?
So, let me ask you something. All these penalties and late hits we got on quarterbacks these days. What do you think about it?
I think it's a bunch of crap. They need to hit these people, make sure they on the back, because what's happening now is getting weak. The game getting weak.
So you saying it needs to be football?
It needs to be football. We tired of all the penalties and flags. They took away the dance. They took away the hits. What we got? We have nothing left out
there. That's what I'm saying. Last I checked, they had pads on, and they were paid to hit. That's what I'm thinking. You agree with that?
I agree totally.
See, that's what I'm saying. We need the football to be football and not soccer.
We're going to take it back to the leather head.
We need to take it back. Give me some leather helmets and let me know what's going on in your life, homies. Talk to me. What you do? What's your name, dude? What's your name?
Ralph the Beer Man.
All right. Ralph the Beer Man, we out here, we tailgate. I got a question for you. What do you think about the NFL's policy on late hits and all the hits that they're taking to the helmets on everybody in the NFL? What do you think about that?
I think it's contradictory, especially in light of the league wanting to go to 18 games.
18 games?
Right.
No, I can see that, No, we have not left here yet. 1 is cold, 2, Falcons. I'm sorry. Got a question for you, Big C. You're a fantasy football player.
I am.
You're a fantasy football championship player.
I am.
You are in the championship right now.
I am.
What does fantasy football do for you? Does it enhance your experience of football in any way? Why do you do it?
It makes me care about a whole lot more football games than I would normally.
Than just the Eagles.
Exactly, because normally I would watch an Eagles game, the Eagles game, and that would be the only game of every week for me.
But now you probably watch the Vikings or the Texans.
Yeah, and I'm cheering or booing a whole lot of other teams that I normally wouldn't care about because of my fantasy team and how I want them to do. So
and you would say you're pretty good.
I'm in the championship for a reason.
He is. He beat me already.
I am in the championship for a reason.
He beat me once and then tied. So
I earned my spot. So yeah,
he still sucks though. Mike Vick, ex-Falcon, current Philadelphia Eagle, up for MVP of the league. What do you think is his situation? Do you think he deserves it right now?
Sure.
Why? Why? What has he done? He's only played in 8 games.
Well, he performed very well in 8 games.
That is true. Mike, you have done your thing. But what if he comes to the Dome? What's going to happen? Who you going to cheer for? Vic or the Falcons?
The Falcons, baby.
Why?
Dirty Bird rule.
Dirty Bird, baby. Just understand. Eagles, y'all come here, we're going to have to roast y'all on the grill, homies. I'm telling you, we ain't playing no games this year. You better understand. Got another fan out here? Man, what's your name?
Lisa Huntley.
Lisa Huntley. I got a question for you, Miss Huntley.
Sure.
Michael Vick, back in the league. Doing pretty good with the Eagles.
Right.
Do you miss him?
I do here in Atlanta.
You miss him in Atlanta? Why do you miss him in Atlanta? Are you a Vick fan or you a Falcon fan?
I'm a Falcon fan and a Vick fan.
So what happens if we play each other?
I got to go with the Falcons.
She going with the home team. That's what I like.
Got to go with the home team.
ATLians, y'all need to realize, don't root for Vick. Root for your team. Don't be a supporter of one person. So do you think that he's only played a certain amount of games this year? Does he deserve the MVP? Compared to what Brady's done, compared to what Phillip Rivers has done? Do you think he deserves it?
I think since he's been gone for a while, somebody else really deserves it.
Like Matt Ryan?
Yeah, they've been in the league for a while. But my props goes up to Mike Vick for what he have done.
Everybody deserves a second chance, and he got here.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
As long as you don't mess up again, but I don't want to see you in the playoffs. I need you to get out, homie. I don't need you down there.
I need him out.
We need you out.
My name is Melvin Huntley.
We got Melvin out here. Of course, Falcon fan throwback Dion.
That's all day long.
Got a question for you.
All right.
What's your Super Bowl matchup? We already know one half of the matchup that you want.
Right.
Tell me who you want to play in the Super Bowl.
I want to say Falcons against Baltimore because they feel like Baltimore was going to whoop us real bad and we turned around and whooped them. So I think Baltimore.
That'll be a good matchup.
Be a good matchup.
That'll be a good matchup. We've already beat them once. We know to expect. Come again. It's going to be a big blowout, right? Am I right?
Right, right.
So what's your score? What's the final score for the Super Bowl?
In Dallas. Super Bowl in Dallas. While Dallas watching in the bleachers.
While Dallas is in the bleachers, believe it. I'm sorry. He said it.
I'll say Falcons 28, Baltimore 7.
7. Believe it. We're going to hold them to 7 points. You heard it here first. Man on the street. We already know the Falcons going to make the Super Bowl. Well, I think that.
No problem.
What is your perfect Super Bowl matchup? What two teams do you want to see in the Super Bowl?
Pittsburgh Steelers and the Falcons.
Because we already know we can beat the Steelers. We know that. You got a rapist at quarterback. We ain't got no girls on our team. I think we can handle him. Am I right? I'm sorry.
No, you're right.
We right? So
right.
Steelers, Falcons, what's the score?
I'm going to predict 34 to
34 on that defense.
14.
Wow. Our defense is going to step up like that?
We're going to do it.
I can see that. You heard it here first. Steelers, Falcons. Falcons 34, Steelers 14 in the Super Bowl. In Dallas, I'm going to be there. Believe it. In the entire NFL, all 32 teams, AFC, NFC, I need 2 players from you that have impressed you this week. So this week right now, I don't care who they are. Give them to me.
First and foremost, since I'm an Eagles fan, first and foremost, it's going to be Michael Vick. You know what I'm saying? He come back from just being vilified by everybody. He came back from Leavenworth. You know what I'm saying? He came back. He was in Leavenworth. Yes, he was. Yes, he was in Leavenworth. You know?
I don't care. This is what we do. So Vick is your number 1.
I mean, he should be yours too.
Why?
Because think about 3 years ago when he was on your team. How are you feeling about it?
He already said he did give 100%.
But we turned him into a quarterback. First of all, we turned him into a quarterback.
Oh my God,
and then outside of that, he's still running around. He's still making plays.
You got a second person to pick. Can we have him?
I don't really want to talk about anybody else right now, other than.
So it's Michael and it's Vick. Those are his 2 people right now.
I don't want to talk about nobody else right now.
Give me 2 players in the entire NFL that has impressed you this year. This year right now.
Of course, I would pick Atlanta Falcons, Roddy White.
You heard it here, number 84.
And then I would go to Pittsburgh.
Oh, really?
And say that Palomala.
Mr. Head and Shoulders. You got to say Mr. Head and Shoulders.
Well, Mr. Head and Shoulders.
I use the same conditioner. It don't do nothing for me. I don't know what's going on with that. All right, Roddy White, Troy Polamalu, 2 pretty good guys. I like that. That's a good pick. All right, so you know we're out here doing our thing. Miko, do me a favor. Give me your final thought right now.
Well, my final thought on the whole season, man, I'm really happy with what the commissioner did. He put all the good games at the end. Falcons, Saints, we got Dallas Cowboys and Philly. I mean, it's looking really, really good out there. I love it. I love it.
What's on my mind? The Falcons going to the Super Bowl.
I'm looking at the Falcons going 14-2. Going to the playoffs, winning 2nd round. I'm looking at the Super Bowl. I smell Super Bowl.
In Dallas.
In Dallas.
Red and black.
Red and black.
$1 billion dome gonna be us. I'm just saying.
Live.
Yeah. Believe it's not memories. We don't play them games.
I want everybody to know that, first of all,
right, here we go.
The Falcons are going to lose tonight. Second of all, the Eagles are going to win the number 2 spot.
They play tomorrow, right?
We do play tomorrow. And then third of all, the Eagles are going to be playing in Dallas for the Super Bowl for the championship.
So y'all gonna beat the Saints and the Falcons.
We're gonna beat whoever they line up against us.
It's not gonna happen.
We already beat the Falcons by a landslide. The last loss y'all had, who was it to?
I'm not talking
who
about
was
that.
It to?
I'm not talking. I'm not reliving that game.
37-17.
I'm not reliving that game. That was a fluke.
Remember that? Y'all don't match up well against us.
I'm a kidnap Vic
We're gonna
and
show it to y'all
Jackson.
again. We're gonna show it to y'all again.
He is killing my buzz right now.
Everybody out there in internet TV land to realize that the Falcons are not as good as their record. The Eagles are much better than their record. And the Eagles will be in the championship game.
Wild
you know
card.
what I'm saying?
Wild card, number 1 seed. Wild card, number 1 seed.
Chicago might not even win their division. No, man, Chicago is irrelevant.
That's
Chicago
it.
is irrelevant.
That is it. Have a good night. We'll talk to y'all in a different
Go
time.
Eagles!
All right, that's gonna do it for week 17 of Sideline. Your boys out here freezing. All my other co-hosts have abandoned me. I'm mad at them. I'm gonna find them though. I just want to know, I don't really have a final thought this week except go Falcons. If we win this week, I'm good. If we don't, we're going to win next week. Number 1 seed, everybody got to come to Atlanta. Be good. Get that shit boy on the website. I will talk to y'all later.
Time to tune in.